the hell? Yep, something's weird. What's going on? Sometimes these things can just... Oh, what is this? Sometimes they just don't sit right. Anyway, we'll get on with it. Let's see, where is that sitting? Yeah, that's roughly good enough spot. Kind of wish it was out a little more. Yeah, probably like that. It will move. Okay, so we've got this Lenovo. It's got a fan warning coming up, so we'll just get into it and clean it up. Okay. Hopefully it's just a fan. Could always be something more. Hey, Serge, Jim, Miles, Fox, Suresh, Sylvie, Cordos. Yeah, liquid damage won't be until we've done this one. Okay, here is hoping that... Actually, you know what? I should... Some of these particular Lenovos, you can be freakishly lucky and they have the fan under here. Instead, they pretend they have the fan under there, but they don't really. You've got to take the whole damn thing apart. APR. Oh boy. SSD is kind of half out. Wait, there's a screw on that one. It's not an SSD. It's a spinning rust. Oh man. I might make a strong suggestion to them to migrate to an SSD. I don't see spinning rust very often anymore. How am I feeling? Yeah. I've had better. Feeling a little bit jaded about my inability to solve some faulty machines that I've got. It's really throwing me. Mostly because I've already been paid for them and now they're not working, so it means I've got to give the money back. Oh, come on. Okay, so far we're getting lucky here in the sense that these screws are predominantly all the same length. That's always a nice thing. I have had some actual IBM units, like legit IBM units, where they've got like 5 or 6 different screw sizes just in one spot, and it's like, why? It's an absolute nightmare. I had one of those and I legitimately put it all back together. I only got about halfway of the bottom panel done. I put the screws back in and told the person I was not going to be able to do the job. Yes, these ones have the replaceable CPUs on them. So it's a Windows 8 machine, so that really dates it for you. But yeah, the person really likes it, so that's it. I might make the recommendation that they migrate to an SSD. That'll give them a very nice speed improvement and not a lot of cost. Okay, this one's gonna probably need the keyboard to be pushed and slid. Yeah, it's definitely old school style, that's for sure. Okay. Nick Buff, this one just simply needs a replacement fan. The fan to be cleaned up, most likely. I'm hoping. Okay, this doesn't look like a A lot of the Lenovo's would have a push-down type keyboard where you just sort of like get it to go under the lip and then it shuffles back. This one feels different. This one might have a punch through. Some of them, they will have a recess under here where you can put your finger and it will actually push the keyboard out. I don't know. I've never dealt with this particular one before. So each one tends to be different. And then you've got to work out whether it's front latch or rear latch. Okay, I think it's front latch. Yeah, there's screws at the base. They've already been removed. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so if you tried taking it from the bottom, you would have just ruined it. So you got to find out whether it's top or bottom latch. There we go. That's off. Okay, we've got some 2.5s. That's the void if remove. At least they were courteous enough to use different colour and different sizes for the top half. Okay, that's all underneath. That's all underneath. Okay. Just making sure I haven't missed a screw. Yeah, particularly with the plastic getting as old as it is, the last thing you want to do is, snap it. Okay, you're part of that. Come on, something's still got, there we go. This is always the fun part when we're doing fan clean outs of these older machines. The DVD edge screws are already removed. You basically would have to disassemble the whole machine to get to the fan. It was always a curse because it was such a common occurrence that you had to clean out the fan. But they always made it such a pain. And they have kept with that tradition on this one. Because we're going to have to take the main board out as well. It is such a blessing when you get the machines where you just take the bottom panel off, the access panel, and immediately you can take the fan out. What's going on with Jim? A couple of days in bed. Yeah, it's not good, Jim. Come on. And now you've got to find the secret screws holding this one down. Okay, so we've got 1, 2. Yeah, so essentially you would allocate an hour of time to get into these. And hopefully you wouldn't run into too many complications. Sometimes they need you to remove the RAM. Sometimes they need you to remove the Wi-Fi module. In this case, it's the Wi-Fi module that's the culprit. Far out. That's not what I wanted to do. All right. I think we'll take the heatsink completely off because we'll probably do the paste again. Four, 3, 2, 1. Like I said, we haven't actually... I can tell that the fan is kind of gummed up. It's going to be fun. Let's see. What sticks have they got here? It's 4 gig. 4 gig, okay. So they're running 8 gigs of RAM on this, so that's actually pretty good. Yeah, the dreams. Okay. So we may have a nice little lint bed in there. I'm hoping we do have a lint bed in there. I'm hoping that it's not going to be a case of either the heat pipe has failed or the fan bearings have failed or anything like that. I'm just hoping it's... But I have a horrible feeling it's actually a fan failure, because otherwise it would have been reported as overheating, and it wasn't. It was reported as fan failure. We probably will have a lint bed in there, but it's not going to be the actual problem at hand. Well, it is a little choked, but I wouldn't consider that to be the primary issue. See how it sort of gets stalled? And this is probably going to be jammed in, I'm guessing. Some of them, if you're lucky, you can actually... Oh, shit, we actually got lucky. Nice. Four-wire fan assembly. Alright, now I'm thinking that probably it actually has failed internally. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen if I put 12 volts to it. Whether anything's going to happen or whether it's just going to sit there and do nothing. 5 volts from power supply, yeah. Hey Pedro. Ah, come on, 12 is more fun. That's how you get the extra speed and cooling. Hey Jean-Marc. Hey Jason. Jason, I got a bunch of your machines again. I need another toothbrush. I suppose I can use this one. This is gummed on pretty hard. This is the sort of thing where you really should just stick it in the ultrasonic cleaner, but there's definitely something going on in there. Okay, what is this board? And I just want to verify the pinouts on that. Let's see if we can actually find this board anywhere. This one doesn't even have a GPU on it. And I don't have a number. And I don't feel like... What's it going to do here? Let's just assume. Make a butt of ourselves. Jason, it's some Lenovo machine. B590, I think it is. I've got it listed in the title. It's always a bit risky putting probe points on a power supply. Okay, so we're going to go 5 volts, 4.8. But we're actually only going to do about 50 milliamps. That should about do the trick. I'll stick some kind of grease on it if it works. Unfortunately, I need to see what I'm doing. It's pretty damn weak. Let's crank the current up. Just in case it's cheating by complying. What have we got? The voltage is massively low. This thing really wants way too much current for what it should be using. So basically what's happening is a fan like that should only take about 50 milliamps or maybe 100 milliamps. This thing is demanding a hell of a lot more than that. Let's see, what's it say? Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. This one wants 400 milliamps. What? 400 milliamps? Seriously? What a guzzler. Okay. Hey, Dipum. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting 100 milliamps, because usually they're pretty efficient, but clearly not. I mean, it is brushless. Yeah, this one's definitely a hungry one. Hungry hippo blower. Oh, helps if we put the power on. It's a little grindy. Let's get some lube onto it. Yeah, lube. Okay, I've got PVA adhesive. That's probably not going to help. I'm just going to go try to find my lube. That should be more than enough. Yeah, there probably are replacements available. Maybe if I can get them to go ahead with the SSD replacement, then it'll be worth getting a replacement. What's going on? There's less vibration and I can feel it's better. Let's see. Part number, oh man. KSBO 61005. Yeah. Not much chance that my usual supplier is going to have a replacement, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Fan. What are we after? KSB 061. Okay, we're not getting anywhere with that. So we'll try the machine code, which, what did I say it was? B590. Okay, we got one here. $25. Yeah, that looks pretty much like it. I think. Or is it? Yeah, that's it. And it's a 4-wire. I think I might... In that case, what I'll do is I might speak to the person and say, look, you like the machine, so how about we put the SSD in and we get you a whole new fan assembly, and then you should have a good bit of life thereafter. No, oh yeah, it probably will be hiding any links. YouTube does that with a great deal of passion. Okay, so that basically puts that job on the back burner again. So many frickin' jobs on the back burner. So if I say go for an SSD plus the fan plus everything else, probably they'd be looking at, I don't know, off the top of my head, $250 for it. Which isn't too bad, I think. You know, $250, you get a machine that is the one that you like. Runs faster. And I'd use something like a MX, Crucial MX series, 500 gig. I won't put a BX in there because the BX is not that much better than the spinning rust. Okay, alright, we're going to move to the MacBook now. Yeah, the BX are fine if you just don't care. Yeah, if you just want some scrap drive. But they do bite 12 months later usually. Jeez, that's dirty. Pedro, what are you getting all excited about? Oh, you want you want the MacBook. What have we got? Liquid damage. Frickin' liquid damage. Always liquid damage. Fucking hell. I mean, whoops. Yeah, terrible, terrible liquid damage. Miles, I guess the question is, what's the failure rate relative to the installation rate? Because you have Samsungs were the de facto install for a great many years. And so obviously there's going to be a higher higher number to fail. Crucial SSDs, yeah. The Crucial BXs are a little bit bleh. They're sort of, Western Digital Blues are a little bit better than the BX, but I'd say the MX is about where I prefer to be with most people. I mean, in the past, Miles. In the past, it was a case of you almost didn't really have a lot of choices. Samsung was essentially the only one in the game. Okay, hot chocolate. Oh god. Oh, and it's a 2918. This is not a 2442. Oh god. Okay, this is going to be a fun one because I'm not profoundly versed in the 2918. I think, what is that? That's the M3 version. Just as long as you don't get the Samsung QVO ones. Oh god, they're horrible. In fact, I swear they're slower than a standard hard drive. Okay, so this was sent to me as not a lot of damage. And the trouble is, when it comes to liquid damage, it doesn't matter whether it's physically a lot or a little. It's where it lands is what is important. So it can be one drop in the wrong place, and it's more problematic than dunked in all the right place, so to speak. Yeah, this is a 2757 board. This is going to be fun. Looks like it's hit it on the HDMI port. Yeah, the QLCs, yeah. They're terrible. They're just terrible. I got one, and when I got it installed in the person's machine, I was just horrified. I was like, what? I was like, this just isn't working. I took it out and replaced it with another one entirely. So I've got this streak here, over here, and down here. So the HDMI port is certainly going to be problematic. It may be causing the display to cut out. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to meddle too much with this. Let's have a look at the damage at the HDMI area. Sent you a pick-me-up. Can you use other... Oh, thank you. Don't know why my phone didn't go ping. Oh, thank you, Anderson. Thank you very much to Anderson. Sorry, Mr. Yeah, let us repair for 100 Australian dollars. That's kind of crazy. Pick me up is definitely a good thing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Has it been anywhere else? No, it doesn't. Oh, it's been to the tech shop that sent it to me, but they haven't touched it. Can you wash an IPA pressure blow? I'd prefer not to. Okay, so we've got a filter blowing out. We've got TVS diodes being attacked. I'll try a bit of dry brush going on there. 100 is very generous, actually. Everything's generous. It's all relative to the person's income. But either way, just the thought is generous. I just realised I have not disconnected the battery. Yeah, 1708's dead CPU. Far too often dead CPU. Or worse, semi-dead CPU. So it tricks you. It says, oh, fix me, I've got this fault. And so you fix the fault, and then as you're preparing to send it back, it goes, wait, my CPU's dead, and dies. It's like, yep. Thank you very much, Mr. Dramatic 1708. I get extra minerals by brushing my teeth with those brushes. Minerals that you primates don't get to appreciate. Pedro, no, this is the 2871. This is a 2757 board. Is that? Oh no. Just trying to pick a tool of weapon of choice. Yeah, 14 inch, 13 inch, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm going to try and do here is maybe, if we're extremely lucky, because basically the person just wants to get their information off as far as I know. If we're extremely lucky, maybe this is dried enough now that by knocking away the crap, it might actually function. Because it might have been that the moisture in this area was causing the HDMI port to be selected. Although typically that shouldn't knock out your normal display with these machines, because usually you have to explicitly say, I would like that port selected. Kind of half wonder whether this thing won't actually start on its own. Okay, I kind of don't like that, but I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, I need to get my MagSafe 3. $1708 Audio and speaker touchpad backlight. Is it worth fixing? No, I wouldn't. 1708, not worth fixing. The very best you can maybe do for 1708 is use its screen, I think, for a 1706. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if the cameras work. But no, 1708, no. Okay, let's see if we get a boot. $20. We got a boot, yep. Trackpad works. Keyboard works. Oh, chunky. Okay, keyboard has chunky feelings. So, yeah. Even if I wanted to... So this is a case of shut it down, back it up, tell the person to amps are low because there's no battery connected. Yeah, this whole section here. Yeah, everything is sticking down. This is not good. Shift does sort of come back. Fortunately, it's dry enough now that I can do this. Basically, crust breaker. That's a terrible nickname. Hey there, I'm the crust breaker. Do you use the online keyboard tester page? Nope, never have. I've got my own tester, but it doesn't work with these machines, I think. Isn't backlight flex part of the screen assembly? Yes, it is with this. Hey there, Neil. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with this. I'm not even going to take it out. I think I will leave it as is. Say, look, you've got liquid damage through the keyboard, the deck. So even if, yeah, it's just like back it up, and just assume that at some point it's going to die. And I don't doubt they will be, but that machine cost me $3,000, and I'm like, claim it under insurance. I've been telling a lot of people that lately. Just claim it under insurance. Get your data back, claim it under insurance. Because you are lying to yourself. Statistically, you will be lying to yourself if you think that this machine is now going to be your best friend and work all the time. But it is not, statistically. You may be one of the few lucky people where it does work for a long time, but overall the numbers are not in your favor. What you call this, Pedro? Poverty pack MacBook? What? I don't even know how that term relates. Well, that's just it. You know, people have to decide. Is it better for me to claim it and maybe get an premium increase, or do I fork out hard cash and get another $3,000? I suppose the compromise that you can make is that you sell this, hopefully with sufficient disclosure, and say, it has been liquid damaged, it is working, but, you know, we don't want anything more of it. Maybe, thing is, once it's listed liquid damage, you're going to be lucky if you get you'd be lucky if you get $500, realistically. You will ask for $1,500, but it probably won't sell until you sort of drop to $500. if you're lucky. Hey Martina, welcome. I do see that 2141s and 1990s are finally dropping below the 400 kind of price mark, which is good because finally I can buy one. I mean, I've got plenty of cases that don't have working logic boards, but yeah. But it's a Pro, yeah, it should last better. And that is right, Ian. Yes, your premiums go up regardless. They'll always find a way. Which is, in the end, why I don't really bother with insurance anymore, other than really, really necessary things. Everything else, it's like, nah, I'll just save up my money and take the hit if it comes. Bong, we're alive. Yep. Hey Simon, I have an iPad Air 2 that has a broken screen. Done the screen repair, but black screen. Think the battery is gone. It's a bit puffy, has not charged in years. I would probably say the battery, yeah. Do you get anything if you leave the battery disconnected and plug in power? I don't know if the Air 2 will do that kind of Apple logo loop business like the iPhones do. There we go. Yep, that's fine. And the charge rate's going up very nicely, 4.3. This is running on a 140 watt power brick, the USB-C. So, yeah, we should see anything up to 5 amps. I'm kind of curious that the voltage doesn't go higher. We should be seeing 28 volt. Your insurance premiums are $56,000 a year. That is that's just obscene. That's crazy. My insurance for the business is less than $1,000 a year. That is basically, though, just public liability, so to speak. And it is business insurance for this business. It's not me trying to insure my business through personal insurance or anything like that. Hey there, Ed Boss. Trade bills. Okay. Well, this, honestly, I think this is a very lucky outcome. In this particular case, I'm probably not going to charge the usual sort of $350 because, yeah, this will be more of a $200 type job. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Let's see if it does stay on. Stays on. Yep. Shut down. Okay. Lucky person. Hopefully it stays alive until they get to it and do a backup. That's going to be the fun part. Okie dokie. What have we got now? $2,499 again. Actually, what is the time? I might have to actually close up. 9:30. Tricky. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Alright, I actually think I'm going to have to close up a little earlier tonight. I'm sorry, I know we didn't even get the soldering iron hot or the hot air hot, so bit of a boring one. But got to order that fan. I'll discuss with the customer about the SSD. Like I said, I'll put an MX 500 in there or something like that. At least just a quick 1534. Speaking of which, I do have a bunch of 1534s. Ooh, actually, you know what we will do just quickly? I've got a machine. It's probably going to be iCloud locked because that's just my life. Where are you, you little rat bag? Oh, where are you? It's part of the lot that I got, which unfortunately I am unable to utilize because it's all iCloud locked. So basically lost $700 worth. I'm just going to take this off. Sorry, stand by while I pull off irrelevant stick. Ah, god damn. So what is this? This is a... It's not a 2681, it's the next one up. And it's got a very fast reboot cycle. And you see it's not even a good quality machine. It's been through a bit of a rough life. Hey Dan. And I'll just show you what it does. So you got USB? Yep, okay. Let's see if we can come up on this. As you see, very fast spike. So immediately you're thinking short. And I think you're right, but I cannot find this damn short. What's this? Had a 2338 repaired, had to reload. A week later, girl changed the password on iCloud and now locked the Mac. Now wants a refund on the repair. I hate that. Yeah, because you've done the work, you repaired it, you did your part, and they changed the circumstances, which now render your work invalid, no good. But you did your bit, you upheld your part of the bargain. Technically, I suppose you could take it to small claims, or they can take you to small claims and they'll lose. Because, the contract said that, well, the cost is for the service, not specifically for the what they think. Oh, look at this. Would it be thrown down the stairs or something? It is their problem, but I understand the difficulty in trying to deal with that. Yeah, so we've got this very rapid short, but do you think I can find it? No. And these are no fun whatsoever. Just trying to get these out is a major pain in the posterior. Because you have to take the speakers out and... yeah, no fun at all. What am I even doing? I don't know. But yeah, people will dodge and weave to try and get out of paying. Imagine those people going to a doctor's. When you think about it, you go to a doctor or a dentist or anything like that, even if they don't cure you or anything, it's still, that'll be $70 please. Every time. Or I go to the vet. And $70 every time, and on the weekend it's $600. Yeah. Every time. And people are happy, well, not really happy with that, but you pay it. But for some reason, when it comes to this kind of stuff, people are like, oh, yeah, but no, I don't want to pay that. Good luck trying to actually retain their goods. You're not allowed to do that either. You can't withhold their goods, so to speak. I hate this so much. I don't even know why Apple covered these over. So what are you trying to be, a HP? Just one of those weeks. Yeah, more like one of those years. And yeah, I get it. A lot of people are under financial stress. We all are. That's the thing. We are all under financial stress. We're all trying to do the best we can. But still got to play by the rules. $600 for the weekend. That's a standard after hours vet clinic fee. And I will say, we actually have very well priced clinics here. So, in spite of the fact that we burned through about 10 grand over the last couple of months with our pets, it's still cheaper than what the alternatives. Like when we go to Townsville, if we have to use if we have to go to Townsville for whatever reason, like we have with Micro, standard consultation is around about $400. Or yeah, certainly just walking in the door is going to cost you $200 plus whatever else on top. So it's not cheap, and there's no realistic way for me to cover that with insurance, not with as many animals as we have. Let's see, what's Dan saying? £5 got a 1460. Oh yeah, your £5 1466 got powered on. Discovered why it was fine. Screen flickering on the right. Ah, yucky. It was just an LVD. Oh, okay, that's neat. Okay, that is a good win. I had someone send me a 1466. I haven't had a chance to look at it. I don't know what state it's in or anything. So what I mean by this being a pain to disassemble. Pedro loves taking these bottom sections off. He loves trying to reconstruct the screen display fold. It's his favourite thing. I love that they've gone and stuck a fourth screw on this now. It used to be just the 3. They decided to punish you if you thought you could get away with old knowledge. $520 for a teeth cleaner cat. Yeah, that's about right. Yep. We had Micro's teeth sorted out a while ago, and that was about right. Mostly it's because of the general anesthesia. You know, you can't exactly just tell the cat to sit still while they do that. Yeah, see, look at this. You've got to take everything. It's a major pain in the backside. And we still haven't even got to the point where it was splitting the board. Oh, duh. Helps if you remove all the screws. And I'm really not a fan of the whole concept of having the heatsink screwed down like that. So yeah, I do not like these machines at all. Simply because of the amount of work you've got to put into getting them apart. What have I forgotten? Yay, finally. Yeah, I don't think this one's most likely got the cloud still very active on it. Okay, first thing I want to do is verify it actually does still cycle like that. Just realised I actually have not removed one of these MagSafes. Normally they have grub screws holding these in, so I don't know what they're using this time. Like on the... Okay, nothing. Yes, okay. A little bit of wiggling and it's all good. Interesting design is a very nice way of saying pain in the backside. Okay. So here we go. Okay, so it's definitely still doing the flick. And so you'd think 500 milliamps, 5 volts, it's 2.5 watts. So there's 2.5 watts popping out, and the duty cycle, yeah, it's probably 10%. But I was not able to find it, so I'm hoping maybe this time I can find it. Really hate this design so much. I'm talking about the, the metal shield split bollocks. It's like they took lessons from Samsung or something. Okay, we got plastic because I'm diving into areas that I can't see. Yeah, could the board be anything? This is like a bit lucky if it's 1mm board. I will note that it's a little bit easier for me to get off this time because it's already been off once before. The very first time you try to take those off. Okay. Infrared. Bet you the battery's flat on this one now. Okay, you're up. Okay, you're running. Well, I'll dark field it. Throw throw a shirt over the top or something. Here we go. You see what I mean? There's basically nothing really jumping out. If anything, it just looks like the CPU. You can see all the warmth is coming from CPU area, so that's a real concern. Let's turn off the lights. The only thing that's kind of vaguely interesting to me is down here there's a little bit of a there and there. They're kind of like the only two things other than the CPU area itself. But I can't see anything else other than that. Certainly the CPU is getting warm. So yeah, in spite of the fact that we have this half amp, it's really not showing much. So yeah, every now and then that there will highlight, but it could be random. So that's just an inductor. Hey, C. Heggy. Just me getting all upset. The other possibility is that actually is hanging out underneath one of the shields, as in the edges. So if there's a capacitor sitting under one of these frame edges, you pretty much won't spot it. Right now it feels like I'm Star Wars trench running. Oh, we ran out of battery? What does the multimeter say with anything in particular? It's interesting too that we don't get 20 volts. So, yeah, I mean, it could be the SoC is damaged. Yeah, any particular choice of where you want the coil voltage tests? The fact, like I said, the fact that it doesn't get 20 volts is in itself a bit of a problem. Although it does kind of eliminate a good number of possibilities too. Resistance test on the Aeon, PP bus Aeon. Yeah, okay, now here's the next question for you. Who's got the board view? Because this is... I don't know if I've got the board view for this one yet. This is the one that we don't even know the number of it officially. What model number? Ah, you're a whiner. 2941. A2941. And like I said, there's no apparent... This is the one I posted quite a while ago, Pedro, where I couldn't find the board code. And people were saying, oh, it's under here and all that, and it's not. As far as I can tell, there is no board code number on this one unless it's buried under here. This is all we've got. Yeah, it's far more like an iPad Pro than it is a MacBook. Look how tightly packed they are under that. Could it be the jack? No, because I've tried it on the USB-C as well. Yeah, no board view. That's exactly what I was saying. At least not that I'm aware of. Actually, I haven't checked XZZ lately. I might just do that. They might have updated. Ach nee man. Okay, that's pretty much the end of the night. See schematics, file, what's A2941. There we go, 3160. What? Oh, that fault. Yeah, okay, just stand by. Wrong password. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. And frustratingly, while we do have a board view, it's basically a kind of a dead board view because all of these numbers and things are all just generic. So what's happened is they've scanned it in, but we don't have a schematic yet for it, so therefore we cannot assign the parts. So yeah, we're kind of up the creek. So this one may have to just sit and rest for some, another while yet. Because really, until we have a schematic and a schematic to couple with it, then none of it is overly meaningful. The only way in which these are useful at this point is if, say, you have a notably broken part and you want to go and see where it is connected to in other areas, then this kind of board view is helpful in that respect, yeah. Alright, well, I'm just going to have to put it aside and wait a while. And like I said, even after maybe it gets fixed, it's probably still going to be iCloud locked. So I'm going to be up the creek either way. But at least maybe I've got a working chassis. So that's one thing. But beyond that, for the moment, it's essentially just a paperweight. Okay, that's it for tonight. I've got to go deal with micro. Appreciate you all sitting around. Maybe we have better luck tomorrow. Till then, you take care. I'll see you next time.